I need some help, Grandma.
Okay.
I need $600. 630.
For what?
I'm pregnant.
Who is he? A one-night stand?
No, ew. He's kind of my boyfriend.
Yeah. Why didn't you use a condom? Or for humanity's sake, get a vasectomy?
Oh, who is this?
It's my grandma.
You know, I cut my credit cards up into little pieces. I made a wind chime out of them.
Why would you do that? Why are you selling those books?
I need some cash. I need $500.
You must not have a lot of friends.
And now you need me, and I'm broke. You want a tattoo?
A little one.
Now that I can do.
Listen, Grandma, you better watch yourself.
Give us the money.
Get out of my home. I'm crazy old.
Oh my.
You know, I liked your boyfriend.
I missed this film in the Sundance Film Festival, and I've been looking forward to it ever since because I've heard such great things about the Lily Tomlin performance. And you know what? They're all true. Except, I want to say, as a little bit of a warning, that she is a really mean gal. This is not like this is like up there with the sort of St. Vincent's of the world or the Alan Arkin character in Little Miss Sunshine. This is like severe curmudgeon. And it's really going to be interesting to see the ways it plays because she's a woman, whether like grandma with a like sort of foul mouth and also like just a crab beyond measure is something that people will be sold on. I think they will be because the relationship between her granddaughter and her is just, it's just kind of lovely, but it also has I mean, there's a reason why she's such a mean woman.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
When? When are you going to have to ask us?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now.
Oh, you are asking us.
Yes, you're disturbing the customers.
I'm a customer. I mean, do you know what a customer is?
I know what a customer is.
Well, a customer is someone who pays for your services, so I am a customer. I mean, what other customers are we disturbing? Oh, them, Ozzie and Harriet?
Yes, you're disturbing them.
I think this is a really fun film. It's directed and written by Paul Weitz, who did About a Boy with his brother Chris many, many years ago. But he has this sense, I think, of what's intimate and fun and keeps moving. One of the things I thought was really dear in this movie was that Paul Weitz, in an interview, described himself as a feminist. And guess what? This movie is a feminist movie. It's a feminist movie in the sense that it actually is engaging the first quote-unquote wave of feminism in America, sort of with the Betty Friedan, feminine mystiques, gag, and the sort of latest wave of millennials who may actually not know who the heck Betty Friedan is and think that Mystique is a character from the X-Men.
What is this?
What is the feminine mystique?
Mystique's a character in X-Men.
What?
But the other way in which it's feminist is, first of all, the whole quest is, in many ways, or at least it looks like the whole quest, and it goes across the arc of the film, is getting Sage enough money that she can make it to a clinic to have an abortion. And I think that just like, that is still such taboo, that's still such a taboo subject for movies for the most part, that I think that it's gonna wind up being, you know, some people are gonna really get at odds with that, even though I don't think that's the only thing about the movie. I just think it's one of the things that proves its sort of feminist sensibility, is that it engages a question that something like 30% of women before 45 may have had an abortion for an unintended pregnancy. That's extraordinary in some fashion, and that movies haven't dealt with it is even more extraordinary. So this is something intriguing because it doesn't feel like a pro-choice film, it feels like a smart film.
So I'm assuming that you then went to her for money, but she doesn't have any money either. So, of course, you came to me. Am I right?
Well, you missed a few steps in between, but you're right.
And what about all those condoms I got you?
We used them.
Oh, you and the rodent?
Yes.
Well, you know what? You can get more. I didn't hand make them. I didn't
Remember a
knit
few
them.
weeks ago when I said that probably you shouldn't take your teen daughter to see Diary of a Teenage Girl because of what was going on in terms of the sexuality of that character, and that was really an adult film? This is an R-rated film as well, and I think not only could you take your teen daughter, I think you would enjoy it, and that there's nothing really, it's just that the woman has like a bad mouth. It's not that the sort of situations are horrible at all, and in fact I think it would be a great movie. But would you take your mom? Would I take my mom to see it? She's 88 years old, and I actually would take her to see it. And normally I feel very protective of her little ears, but not this time. I think that I think she would think it was really funny, and I think that she would also think it was interesting, and we could have a conversation about it afterwards.
What the hell kind of thing is that to say to a woman?
I don't know, it just popped into my head. Maybe I'm getting soft. Male menopause, maybe.
Oh, you're well past menopause. We both are.
It's painful seeing you because it makes me feel old.
Oh, I like being old. Young people are stupid.
We sure were. We sure were.
I think intelligent, small comedies can sometimes be a hard sell or they can be oversold. You're going to have to decide for yourself how much you think is very funny. I enjoyed it a lot, but I'll tell you, it starts with Elle, Lily Tomlin's character, breaking up with her girlfriend, who's played by Judy Greer. And you know, she's so mean for so much at the beginning of the film that you're just like going, oh, it's going to have like one of those arcs where all of a sudden, you know, or not all of a sudden, but by the end you really like her, you really understand why she's so mean. And one of the things I think is really intelligent about this film and interesting about Lily Tomlin's performance is probably that they really try not to fulfill that expectation fully, where you're just like, oh yay, now I can like her. Like, oh, now there's that moment. I think that the moment's more sophisticated than that. I think it has a lot more to do with the character's understanding of her own, I almost said a word, I almost said a bad word, her own unpleasantness. I think that that's what you're looking for, and yet it's a likable film, in part because of all the other characters, and in part because there is something really bold about that presentation, about that performance from Lily Tomlin. So, you ready for a small but smart comedy about feminism and also generations and grandmas and daughters and all that stuff, and still seems to sort of be fun enough for everybody? This might be it. I would take a chance.